Yeah, it is your boy Invincible, and you are watching the Gentleman Club Diary. I want to give a huge shout out to the Dizzle brand, our sponsor. They're always providing me with the drinks every show. Check out the Dizzle brand when you get a chance. And today we have a special guest. I've been knowing her for some time, and she's
Do
been
you
one.
know how many years you've known me?
It's been a long time.
How
Uh,
many years do you think?
13, 14,
More than that?
16.
Been almost 20 years.
Wow. Okay. So I've been knowing for
So
20
why
years.
don't you so why don't you date us and tell your fans how we met?
Okay. 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 How did you know what? Okay. So I know for a fact that we were friends on MySpace. Is that right? That's right. And I remember I seen this girl with tats, and I was like, "Who is this girl?" And yeah, it was a MySpace. It was like a I was like, yeah, I need to get in contact with you. And somehow we became cool, huh? We became cool and we've been in touch pretty much off and on ever since, right?
Yeah. So we lost touch briefly. I don't remember why we lost touch, maybe because MySpace stopped. And then we found each other again. What was it, through Instagram?
Yeah, probably through Instagram.
I think it was through Instagram.
Yeah.
And then look at us now.
Yeah, now
20,
we're
20 years later, just about.
20 years later. Now we're doing an actual interview. I'm doing my podcast. You're doing your thing on the OnlyFans, and we'll get into all that good stuff. So yeah, I wanted to start off the interview with basically asking, uh, how did you go from dancing to the porn industry?
Okay, so I was dancing at a club in Pennsylvania, and there was a playmate at the time. She was a Playboy cover model. She like was the cover girl for quite some time. She made the cover a couple of times, and she was watching me dance, and she was like, "You should be a featured dancer." And she hooked me up with an agent out in New Jersey. At the time, the girl's name was Eleanor. And she owned a strip club. Ready for the name of the strip club?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. What's
It's
the
so fucked up. It's called the Chicken Coop. Who names a
the
strip club
chicken
the
coop?
Chicken Coop?
Hey, but you know what? That was stick in your head. Like we're going to the chicken coop at lunchtime, right? Is that still around the chicken coop?
I don't know. So her agency was called Universal, and I go out there. I think I'm pretty positive it was Universal. So I go out to New Jersey, right, to feature at this strip club. It was, of course, a dive strip club, but she was the agent for all the really big breast girls. So at the time, there was Xena, there was Minka, Chelsea Charms. All of the women with the oversized breast went through her. That was her specialty. And this lady was old as hell. But let me tell you, she knew her shit. So back when you started featuring in my day, I was 21 years old. I'm 42 now.
Okay, you
You
look
had
great.
to,
You look great.
thanks, I try.
Yeah, yeah, you look good.
Back then, you had to have certain costumes. So you either had a Jackie or a Vicky Renee. Those costumes were handmade and fitted. Like I had to measure my areolas, I had to measure my puss, everything. Everything was fitted just so with these costumes. And they were head to toe sequins. And these costumes started off at 2000 and up. Most of my costumes were 2500. You had to have 12 costumes to start featuring at a strip club back then. Now you have features that come in regular street clothes and strip out of them. They're not the performers that they once were. We actually did huge shows. It was a performance.
Yeah, you know what? I always tell people that look at like strippers and they say, "Hey, strippers are they might look at them as an maybe like a sex object, but
Yeah.
I like to let people know, especially on the show, is that you guys are actually entertainers. You guys are here to entertain, and a lot of you guys have a lot of talent and certain ways that you guys entertain us fellas. So you guys are just not only sex objects. You guys are entertainers. You guys, it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun, right?
Yeah. Well, I think stripping nowadays has evolved so much.
Mhm.
I know when I started dancing, I started in 98, the day I was 18. Um, started performing feature wise. When I was featuring, I started doing the men's magazines, which I hit every cover of every major men's magazine. And then from there, I exhausted the magazine market and got into porn. So that goes back to answering the first question. But, you know, I think strippers today are such better performers than when I started. They do some crazy tricks on the pool, right? They're like Circus du Soleil bullshit here. All for $1, guys, 4 quarters. So you better tip them way more.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what? That's a good question. What do you think is a fair amount that a stripper should get tipped on stage when she's doing her stage run? What's a good amount what's a fair amount that each person should tip?
So, okay, I think if you don't like the stripper that's coming up to the stage, please remove yourself from the stage. Don't be a jerk off. Let her dance and work her ass off. And then you sit there and shake your head like, no, you ain't going to tip. Get the fuck away from the stage. Remember this, guys. Girls don't get a paycheck. They work for tips. And on top of working for tips, they have to be there they have to pay to be there to perform for you guys. So in case you guys didn't know that, they have house fees. They have to tip the DJ, tip the bouncers. They got to pay to perform for you.
Tip the managers. You guys would tip us. Yeah. I don't know. That's not at every club, but at the club I was at, you guys were responsible to tip us.
Okay, see? So, I mean, there's a lot of money going out, right? They got stage fees. There's a lot of money going out from a girl's pocket before she's making any type of income back. Okay, and that's not even including her hair, her makeup, her wardrobe. The shoes alone are about $100 and something. So I feel like if you're not going to tip, when you hear the girl's name being called to the stage, get up and walk away. If you're going to stare at her while she's dancing, you better be tipping. And I feel like we're in 2023. Let's do $2 and up. If she's really busting her butt up there and she's doing some crazy tricks, then you should throw a whole lot more money. If she, you know, whatever you feel like she's worth, but do not tip. It's such an insult.
Yeah.
It's such an insult to stand at the bar and watch her. I used to go like this. If you were watching me at the bar, I would stop dancing. I would stand on stage. I'd point to you and I would embarrass you. And I'd tell you to come on over. Come on over. And if you wouldn't come over, I wouldn't dance.
Hey, that's what the dancers should do. They should point at you like, hey, you, come over here and quit me if you're watching me.
Yeah, so, call you out.
we did a poll as far as on the Gentleman Club Diary YouTube poll on our channel. And the majority of people said $5 was the minimum amount that somebody should tip.
Love it.
And I think that's fair. $5.
I think that's fair too. I think it's very fair. But again, I think it's how much is she performing? Listen, there's some girls that hate life that don't want to be there, right? Or they're all whacked out on something and shouldn't even be on the damn stage. So, I really feel like it's based on how much the girl's putting in.
And you are correct. So if you're whack dancing, you're not giving any kind of enthusiasm, get your ass up off that stage. You get minus $5. Okay, so
yeah, right.
so I know you're known as the baddest girl in porn. Am I correct, or is that?
That's right. That's right.
So why is that? Why do they call you the baddest girl in porn?
Okay, so I was shooting porn in 2007. And at the time, I was dating the president of the Pittsburgh Pagans. Okay. And he was the baddest motherfucker I have ever dated in my life. Like, you just know he meant business. I think that club is just a grimy, dirty, killing type of club. So me and him had a tumultuous relationship, and I was, I don't know, I'm a little mischievous. So I knew that from living in California, I lived there in 1998, 99 briefly. I remembered all those years ago that there was a clubhouse in Ventura for the Hells Angels. So my ass in 2007 prances around to Ventura. I see this Hells Angel flying down the road near the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Flying down. He got his motorcycle. He got the helmet, the vest on. I walk in front of his bike and I stop him. And I was like, listen, you hot motherfucker, you should date me. And he takes off his helmet. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? I get on his bike. I end up at the clubhouse. We hook up. We fucked a couple of times, and it was great. And let me tell you, I went back to Pittsburgh, told the pagan that I was fucking a Hell's Angel.
Oh
I
shit.
told the pagan this at the clubhouse. Oh, it was all hell broke loose. And it was at a time when they were like at war. And they're like, no, she's not. No, she's not dating a Hell's Angel.
You're fucking the worst enemy then, basically.
So, Adult Industry News found out about that story, wrote an article about my braziness, and named me the baddest girl in porn over that, because who does that?
Yeah,
Who does
nobody
that?
does that. And you know what's funny is like there's a House Angel spot like right next to where I'm at. Like they have their clubhouse, but I never see the guys. It's like or don't see, maybe because it's just I don't know. I don't
I
see them.
love them. I
Yeah.
love them. Let me tell you something. Out of all the clubs I've ever dated, I've dated the Outlaws, the Bandinos, the Hells Angels, all of them. They are the nicest club I've ever been with. When I was out in LA, I had a little legal problem going on. I had to board a plane. I was scared of getting on the plane and getting arrested. And George Christie at the time was the president of the Ventura chapter. He offered up his daughter's phone number to represent me in case something happened. His daughter's a lawyer. Who would do that for somebody that they barely know? You know, they
Yeah,
didn't know me all like that, but to pop into town when I was filming. So I don't know. I love them. I hold respect for them.
that's cool. So is that the type of fellas that you like or you attract? Or I know you got the
I've
tats.
evolved.
You evolved? Okay, you evolved. So what are you date? What will be your interest now? Is it still the bad guys or
I don't know. I definitely like somebody that's hot. I'm so shallow.
what's hot in your opinion? What is hot?
I like them to have a body, like a toned body. I like to see a little bit of muscle. You know, what really attracts me internally is, are they funny?
Okay,
And do I feel safe with them out in public? Like, I want to go out with a guy that if I walk into a room and someone's staring at me or talking shit, I want my man to probably say something or like stare them down. You know what I mean? I want a guy
yeah.
that's a real man's man that I feel safe and secure with. I want an alpha male. How about that?
Alpha male, no betas, no betas.
Yeah.
Okay, so this I have a story. I went out to a meeting. This is some years back. I went out to a meeting and it was at a club. I was meeting with some guys from the radio station, and I had a dancer that I knew take me to the club. And so she takes me to the club and we're there, and right away a guy approaches her and I'm on my crutches, so I'm on my right away. A guy hits her up like, "Hey, what's up?" She said, "Don't you see I'm with somebody, motherfucker? Don't you're being disrespectful. You
Right.
don't hit me up. Get out of here." And I've never experienced that. It always had to be me saying, "Hey, what's going on?" Or what I would do a lot of times if I was dating a girl, I would let her do what she's gonna do. And if I
Right.
felt she was gonna interact with the guy or maybe give a number, then I kind of would let it play out. I would not stop her. I'll say, let me see what she's gonna do real quick before I would approach.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but that's kind of how I would do it.
So you kind of set her up. Well,
No, no, I wouldn't set her up. Like, say if I said, "Hey, baby, I
you
got to,"
were trying to see if she was skanky, if she was going to try to like flirt
yeah,
with
yeah,
somebody behind your back.
okay, so this is what I wouldn't do it like I'm intentionally doing it. I would say, okay, like if me and you went out to a club, I
Yeah.
would say, "Hey," and I needed to go to the restroom. I said, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom." So I might say, "I'm gonna come back," and if I come back and a guy, of course, the guy's gonna probably approach you while I'm gone.
So
But
disrespectful.
yeah, yeah, if he comes up to you and you're kind of engaging in a conversation where it looks odd, I might see what happens, and then before I approach until I
Yeah.
interview. So yeah, I've dealt with that. But coming to another question, what are your thoughts on relationships as far as like having an open relationship, being in a just one-on-one What's your thoughts on it? Because I know we're in 2023, everything's kind of open now. What's your thoughts on it?
So I feel, for me personally, I'm a one woman, one man type of deal. I don't want my man with anybody else. I don't want to be with anybody else. But I don't knock what other people do. Like, to each their own. If that brings somebody happiness and they're cool with that, then so be it, right? I mean, that's not everybody's speed, but my speed's one-on-one.
One-on-one. Okay, I like that. I like that. So Ricki Raxxx likes to be one-on-one. She don't like sharing, nothing like that. All right. How about like dating people in the industry? Have you ever dated anybody in the industry, or you kind of just stood away from that?
No, never dated anybody in the industry. And it's crazy to me. Like, I filmed the Square magazine shoot for the December issue in Florida, and we filmed for in a guy's house. The guy was a Brazzers porn star, and here he's married and he has kids and he's a porn star. I'm
Yeah.
like, how could you? I could never. I could never. Could you imagine your significant other being a porn star and you're like the monogamous one? I could never.
Yeah, you know
Could
what?
you do it?
No. I actually look. This is the true thing. So I interviewed another porn star on the show. She came down, and she was kind of free, and she was saying that if she's not getting something from her man, she's gonna go out and cheat and do this and this and that. And I said to
That's so
myself,
wrong.
yeah, but I said to myself, maybe it's better depending on the way the woman is, because I've always believed, like, I'm not gonna put my girl on a leash where I'm just trying to say, hey, don't do this. No, I want you to be free. I want you to be who you are. I don't want to, but if that's what you want to do, then I can't stop you. I mean, you're gonna do it regardless.
Wait, if that's what she wants to do, then she needs to tell you, hey, you're not satisfying this need of mine. And if you can't meet my expectations, then maybe we should call it off. Or are you cool with me seeing other people while I still see you? Not go behind your back. It's disrespectful.
Okay, you just said, for the audience out there, you said so it's communication. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Have
Why
a
would she not give you a chance to rectify the problem?
Yeah. So see, I'm liking you more and more. Well,
Now shut your mouth.
uh, no, but I know you do have a lot of good you have a lot of good substance to you. You've always, from when I known you, you've always had a good personality, witty. I loved your voice. And
Thanks.
speaking of your voice, that a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania thing, or what
Such a yinzer. You know
it is,
it.
right? It is. So
It's a
being
Pittsburgh accent for sure.
Yeah, coming to California, is it a big difference from California to Pittsburgh?
I love California because everybody there is so welcoming and nobody judges. I feel like everybody just is cool and likes everybody. Don't you feel that way? Like, everybody just meshes there. It's such a
It's
mesh.
very diverse, correct? It's
Yeah.
super diverse. You're gonna come across a bunch of different ethnic groups from all over the place.
And
Look at
everybody gets along, right? I mean, for the most part,
For the most
right?
part, unless you're like a gang. But check this out: the
Yeah, of
gangs
course.
in
Yeah.
LA they calmed down. They're not as crazy no more. I mean, you might go to
Right.
certain areas, but I remember back in the day, if I went to the store, someone's asking me where you're from. They're hitting me up, hey homie, where you from? And I couldn't walk down the street because there was something gonna happen. So now if I wanted to take a walk or something, I don't get messed with. No one messes with me.
Yeah,
I'm
but weren't you living a little different lifestyle too? So at some point.
Yeah, back then, yeah, it was a different lifestyle. Yeah, but now I'm cool. Now I'm not even into none of that. I want to get my mind business right. Um, so another question I have is what's it like dating a porn star?
That's the worst, man. Everyone thinks that you're one thing, like, guys want to try to get that notch on their belt.
That they
They
dated a
don't.
porn star?
Yeah, I dated Ricki Raxxx. Like, get the hell out of here. What I do for a living does not define or make me. It is a job. It's the way I've made my income my whole life. And I keep it as such. I don't mix my job with my personal life. And
Yeah,
I prefer, like, when I do meet somebody, I try not to tell them who I am. At some point, I do have to disclose, because they're gonna find out. How could you not? There's been times where I'm out in public and somebody's like, Ricki Raxxx. So I try to tell the dude who I
yeah.
am. But if I get the vibe that that's what he's about, then out the door he goes.
And have you ever dated someone more sexual than you?
Mm, I don't know. I can keep up and they can keep up. So no.
No. Hey, trying to keep up with a porn star, it's gonna be a high task. How about like guys that are overly obsessed with you? I know you probably have came across some stalkers and different
So
things.
that's a scary thing. So speaking of that, right now, my ex-husband has been stalking me. Did you check out my Twitter? Is this why you're bringing it up? Oh,
No, I'm gonna tell you why. There was a story that
I,
me at the strip club, guy was following a girl home, and yeah, but I caught wind of it and I was able to stop some stuff, and
it's
it's
scary, man. It's so scary. So, like right now, my ex-husband's stalking me on my Twitter. He's making fake accounts. He's slandering me, saying all kinds of screwed up stuff about me, and then making up lies. He's blowing up my phone. Literally, yesterday, I spent all day at the courthouse getting PFAs, going to the police to file harassment and stalking charges. Outside of him, I've had so many stalkers. One scary incident, I had a pagan, a different pagan than the president of the pagans, living with me back in 2007. Somebody broke into my home in broad daylight. They didn't touch my purse with $400 sticking out of it. They didn't take my gun that was in that purse. They didn't take credit cards, no jewelry, no nothing.
nothing.
That was nothing that was
That
that
was
was in the house at the time. Okay.
Mhm.
It was sending a message to me. You know what they did do? They went into my kids' room and they shook the piggy bank clean of the change. Why would you not have taken the $400 in cash that was sticking out of the purse? Where they broke in was my kitchen. My purse was sitting there. I went to the amusement park for the day. So I just took a couple of bucks, put it in my pocket, and left the purse and everything there. They weren't there for the other stuff, right? They were there to send a message, which was really scary because it was broad daylight. I lived a block away from the police station, and I had a pagan living with me. His bike was parked in front of the house. You know, you knew what you were getting into. The other incident that I had involved with a stalker, the guy was from Illinois. He called my mother's house at the time, left 100 answering machine messages because she's old and she has an answering machine message. Then detailed, explicit details. He said he was going to slice my throat and how he was going to kill me. And the police wanted to do nothing about it. I had to get the FBI involved, and I got the Outlaws involved because they had a chapter up that way to help me out. It was very scary. I followed him a few times from strip clubs. That was also scary. When I knew I was being followed, I called the police. Just scary stuff. Like guys take it too far. And you know what's crazy to me? I'm not that stripper that pretends like they like you. I'm not like, hey, possibly we could go on a date and this, that, the other, and call me. I'm like, listen, give me your money at the club, and then that's it. Then don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
And I could say this: you are fucking straight out. You would tell you would tell me if you like something, if you don't like something. You're pretty blunt. So I got to give it.
I know I
am. But I like that about you.
It's crazy that like, why do guys want to stalk me? And I don't get like the good stalkers where they're like, I see you, I can see you. Because if I had one of those stalkers, I'd be like, listen, motherfucker, drive by McDonald's and pick me up some shit. The next time you're stalking my house, drop off some food and shit. I get the stalkers that straight want to kill me.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's switch subjects. So I went back and looked at some of your work now. So I seen you had I guess the most popular one would be Sienna West, right?
Oh, it's the most popular video. I don't know why.
Maybe because I would assume she's still popular, and I think it's a good video. But I also saw the one with Phoenix Marie, which I thought was cool. But I did notice both of the scenes were threesomes. So is that something that you're into, or is that just something that you?
It was just something for work.
Something for work. Okay. Yes. Okay. What do you like doing as far as scenes and stuff like that? Even though, okay, you can explain.
Okay, so I would prefer one-on-one because when it's a threesome and there's another girl, the girl's trying to like fight for camera attention. Like, bitch, go ahead.
Oh, that's I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Listen, you know women are catty and like egotistical and it's all about them. Like, listen, you want to ride his dick 5 minutes longer, then go for it. I'll just sit here and watch. You do all the work. I don't care.
So it could be a
I don't
battle
need
of
camera time all I get.
wow.
I'm still getting the same pay regardless.
I didn't realize that people can it could be almost like a battle of who gets more time and I
It
didn't
is.
yeah, I didn't know that.
It
So
is.
did you ever have any weird or embarrassing experiences with or saw an embarrassing experience with somebody? Have you had anything like weird or odd while
Okay,
shooting?
so there was a guy that I was filming with. You ready for this horrific thing?
I'm ready. I'm
So,
ready. I'm ready.
oh, dude, it's so gross. You got no clue.
Hold on. I need another
So,
drink. I need another drink for this. I need another drink. Sorry, I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm just drinking.
before the scene starts, he starts eating an open can of tuna fish. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Now the scene starts and he wants to kiss me. Don't
Oh
kiss
shit.
me.
What the dang. Oh, I could just imagine. Oh man.
Listen, there's when you do porn, you have a no list. Okay. So no, I won't do anal. No, I won't, don't do gangbangs. No, I don't want to kiss you. And this dude's all up in my face.
Oh man, that just sounds disgusting. So did
As
you kiss
he's
him? Did you kiss him?
um, um, what you gonna do? You got to that like when porn starts filming, there's no cut, redo. They hit the fucking start button on the camera and it's going. There ain't no pausing and stopping. It's so like you can't do anything. Like you're stuck in a situation. So Nasty Breath is kissing me,
Oh
and
man.
you do three positions in porn. You do missionary, reverse cowgirl, doggy style. Okay.
You know this ahead of time? Like, okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. Yeah. And then you do da, 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 all over the face, right?
Okay.
So he's doing me and like it's time. Like each position's time. Do you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be about 5 minutes for each position and loop it around. He won't get off me. If you would watch the video, I think it's Big Freaks and Boobs, I think's the video.
Big freaks. We gotta see this. Big freaks and boobs. Tuna man. Tuna man. Tuna breath. Tuna breath. Tuna breath. Yeah, I got it. Okay, tuna breath. Well, you know what? After this, I'm gonna go check that out because we got to check this out.
Oh, it's awful. Okay, so watch the video. In the video, you'll see it's like in the beginning of the video, he's kissing me and he's on top of me and he's going, "Oh, this feels so good." I'm like, I'm trying to tell him, get off me. We have to switch positions. And he's so into it. And so I'm like pushing him. If you watch the video, you'll see me pushing him off of
Oh
me.
shit.
I get so mad that I throw him off of me and I get into the next position because it was going to go on forever. He
Mm.
loves the hole. I mean, you can't blame him.
Yeah, you can't blame him. He found love with Ricki Raxxx. He was getting enticed. So, what about fetishes? Do you have any kind of fetishes or anything like that?
I don't have any like sexual fetishes. Um, but I didn't know. Did you know like big boobs and looking a certain way is a fetish? It's a fetish. So I guess I have the fetish of having a certain look for myself.
Appearance, right?
Yeah,
So, okay. How about any fantasies? Do you have any fantasies? Are you fulfilled all your
I
fantasies?
fulfilled all of them.
You have. Wow. Okay, okay. That's cool. See, I still got a few fantasies that maybe one day I will fulfill. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really. Okay. Another question I have: do toys are they do they help out with your guys? Like, say me and you were doing it, and you wanted to bring in toys. Does that help with the orgasms? Does that make spice up the sexual bedroom
If
scene?
your dick's not enough, then I don't know what to say.
Oh shit! So it's all about your dick, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, why
Oh,
do you need anything else?
okay. All right. So I got it. I got it. All right. So size does matter.
Size does not matter. It's if
Does
you can
not
hit the
matter.
spot. Can you hit the spot?
I think I can. I think.
You can hit the spot.
I
I'll
mean,
guide you.
well,
I'll
look
guide
at.
you.
I know this. I know if I wasn't hitting a spot, I know you would let me know.
Yeah,
Hey,
I would
motherfucker.
direct
These
you.
will be your
Like
words. Hey,
this,
motherfucker. Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
this.
Yes. And you would tell me. You would say, "Hey, motherfucker, you're not hitting the spot." Okay. Why does it take? Like I've been with girls that will come in literally a few minutes,
Yeah.
right? And then I've been with girls that might take a little longer, and then I've talked to girls that said that it takes them forever to come.
Mhm.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that, you know, I know for me, the older I get, the clit moves. It moves, so it's harder to reach sometimes. So I think that's part of the problem. And it's also like, I think a lot of foreplay
Or
makes a girl faster. You know what I mean? Do the build up.
so the build
Do
up,
the
you
build
know
up.
what? Okay, this is one thing about me, right? I like the build up. I really
Me
that's
too.
because I can't just instantly say, okay, I'm just bam, I got a heart on. Bam, it's just right. So our porn stars affectionate.
We're human.
You're
I
affectionate.
am. I
You're
am. If I'm
affectionate.
super into the guy, I'm all about him. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
super
Um,
affectionate.
so I would say for me personally, I am.
Okay, and another thing is, I know you got the big boobs. That's why they call you Ricki Raxxx. Are you getting them bigger? Are you leaving them the same, or how?
What do you think? Do you think I should get them bigger?
I love them. I mean, I've never saw those ones in person, so I'm just like, that's up to you. But I love them. I think they're
I'm definitely going
okay.
bigger.
Damn, hey, right? Might as well live it
As
up.
big as they can make them.
Yes, as big as they can make them. So listen up. She's gonna hit you guys with a surprise. All the audience members, she's gonna hit you with a surprise. Okay. And this is what I want to do is I want to ask you about your piercings because I remember you having piercings. I remember you having the long nails. I don't know
Yep.
if I ever
That
bring
was
that back.
that was what I was known for was the big nails. Everybody liked them.
I did. I loved them on you. And then
Mm-hmm.
you had the piercings going on, and you had piercings down there.
At three.
Three. Are they still there?
Three.
Or you don't?
No, I took them out. I feel like you get a certain age and you kind of have to grow up. And it was like a
Yeah.
trend back then. And, it just,
Nah,
mm.
just too much of a hassle.
And no, it's just that I'm just over it. You know what I mean? I'm a certain age. Like I had my nose done, I had my tongue, I had a labrae, I had the eyebrows, I had the septum, I had all of it. I had nipples. I got rid of them. Like you grow up. Like you ever see somebody that's like fucking 60 years old and they got like a tongue ring? You're like, it's
Yeah,
gross.
yeah.
It's gross. Like you're
They,
too old for that. You
I
have
have
to
saw that where
say it's
people
enough.
just don't evolve in life. I do mentally. They don't. I still have friends to this day. They haven't evolved. I don't know why, but
Right. Like you ever see some people that are dressed like they're young and they're not? Like, come
yeah,
on. You
yes,
gotta like say it's enough. There's an age limit.
you have to evolve. You have to evolve. All
All
right. So,
right. Well, I hate to cut you off, but I have to go.
okay, can I ask you just quick questions? They're like
Yep.
rapid. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's some quick questions. Would you rather be a stripper or a porn star?
Full stripper, more money.
More money for stripper.
Yep.
Would you rather watch a romantic movie before sex or watch a porno during sex?
Porno during sex.
Okay, okay. Would you rather date a bad boy or date a guy
Bad
who
boy.
could...
I don't even need to. We don't even need to
Okay,
hear the rest of the
okay,
question.
okay, okay,
I got one speed.
okay. Would you rather rewind time 15 years or pause time for 15 years?
Oh, let's rewind it because I'm gonna make all that fucking money
Okay, you're gonna make your money back and invest it. All right. Would you rather date one of your exes all over again
Oh
or
no,
have a sugar daddy for the next 5 years?
sugar fucking daddy, come
Okay,
on. We've
sugar
been there,
daddy.
done that, no regrets.
Okay, rather have a would you rather be rich with a little bit of worries and some stress or happy with just a basic normal life?
Now give me some fucking money.
Give me some fucking money. Fuck it, right? You can figure it out. All right. All right, this is just a funny one. Would you rather have a third nipple or an extra toe?
Wait, a third nipple or what?
Or an extra toe?
Oh fuck, dude. I heard I heard in a womb you start off with 8 nipples. That's why some people really do have third nipples. I've heard that shit. Okay, I don't know. Um, Oh, third nipple, dude, because you could tattoo that up. An extra toe, fuck, you're straight on wearing flip flops. Don't go to the beach. That's ugh.
Okay, and then I know you got to go, so can we get a shout out to the Gentleman Club Diary?
Hey guys, it's Ricki Raxxx. Make sure you check out the Gentleman Club Diary.
All right, and where could we find you? Give any shout outs, any...
Okay, so you guys got to check out my Twitter. It's at real Ricki Raxxx, RICKIRAXXX. Any other accounts are phony. Don't fall for it. And then my OnlyFans, it's $10 a month, 2,000 plus hardcore videos, pictures all included. New content added daily, private messages answered throughout the day. Make sure you check it out. I also do custom videos, $30 and up. You can also buy my content through Twitter and just inbox me.
All right, and I want to thank you for taking the time. You are awesome. No, you are the best. Is there any shout out you want to give? Any disses? You might want to diss your ex-husband. I don't know.
Stop stalking me, loser.
Stop stalking her, you motherfucking loser. All right. All right. And with that in mind, this is the Gentleman Club Diary, and we are up and out. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Gentleman Club Diary.